I said, hey, yo, did we catch Raw? Did we catch Smackdown? I caught Extreme Rules, pardon me. I caught Extreme Rules, and that was solid. But ultimately, I look at last week, I see how busy I was, and then we look to, this week, and, whether or not I'm able to give y'all an update on my opinion. You know what I'm saying? It's looking like the momentum of the intrigue train is definitely starting to take off. You know what I'm saying? With uh, the content provided each week. You know what I'm saying? So Raw had a lot of twists and turns and ups and downs. Extreme Rules clearly had that. It's just building now. A lot of stuff is taking place. Bray's home. New character, new stories is imminent. And then we don't necessarily have to really worry too much about a looming threat of always being removed just unrightfully, in some kind of way, shape, form, or fashion. And we can see that through the character development of everybody that made screen as far as my TV went for SmackDown. So, what do we get for the October 14th results? Oh man, yeah, it was some crazy stuff going on. Drew McIntyre, what did they say? Assaulted Karrion Kross in the parking lot. We wanted to see the fight, man. I'm looking at it like this. Like I could almost see, like I could see Drew and Karrion part in the background. Clearly, people out here walking their dogs in the morning. It's 9:41 on my side. So right now I'm looking at Drew and Karrion. I would like to see them do a bunch of stipulated matches until they finally culminate in a one-on-one match. It's probably not going to be that way, but even right now, after all of this going on, I want to see them, get a little crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to see Karrion step up to what the fans is asking for as far as like, some of his in-ring speed goes. Not technique or anything else, because he's fine. But some people just want to see him move a little faster. I can't be against that. You know what I mean? And Drew's the perfect person to be working with for it. So yeah, man, Drew looked great. Karrion looked fine. He sold it excellently. So did Scarlett, and we're just gonna see how this goes. Um, After macing him in the eyes, pepper spraying him, whatever you want to look at it as, man, that's just crazy. Like he should be blind, but he's not. If we're looking at suspension of disbelief. So yeah, man, looking at Drew get a get a strong week. You know what I'm saying? After so much craziness is happening, it's only right, but I feel like right now it's even. Like it feels like forms of the 50-50 is taking place, but not just through like matches. So that's fine. And then, Drew's been on such a like a wave, like a lot of his momentum, like it's starting to seem like it was hitting the form of turbulence. But no, because this most recent, oh man, he was the most intense I've ever seen him. So that was great. Moving on. Sami Zayn defeated Kofi Kingston. Sami Zayn in his backstage bloodline business is, clearly becoming one of those things. Like it's the old administration is out, the new era is in, so we should respond to that in kind, And I'm not really a fan of the Sami Zayn character. I said this a couple of times. I'm not really big on just any of it. I'm more Roman on that side when it comes to anything on my personal, but everyone's playing their character to perfection. I'm liking Sammy and Jay, beginning to build more of a team chemistry. I don't want to see dissension with shit like that, but it's WWE TV. You really don't know what's gonna happen. But I'm definitely feeling all characters in the bloodline right now. Sammy somewhat included. I'm not crazy about Sammy personally, but I think that we all know he was great. And now it's like the crowd. The crowd is really what matters here. And the people across the nation thus far. Like it's been about 3-4 cities where they're going crazy with Sammy and his bloodline stuff. So All right, let's keep it going. That's really where I'm at with it. Jey Uso kicked in, not getting no credit for it. I got a problem with it, but I also got a problem with Jey trying to step up and just, grab the credit in ways like it's levels to doing that. So, nah, man, that's not the way. Like, that ain't it at all. He could have went about that a little better if he was really trying to get Sammy out of the bloodline. He had seen that and then, you know what I'm saying, called it out to Roman, like, yo, I helped him win, blah, 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 blah. But then at the same time, that's what his job is supposed to be, help him win, and then that's it. So whatever else is happening backstage amongst them, man, let's just see them continue to work together well in the ring for the good of the bloodline. Braun Strowman took out 2 local competitors whose names we just can't remember. James Maverick and Brian Thompson, I think, but whatever, right? Or something, I don't know, Brian Thomas, whatever. Omos walking down the stairs. I seen him when he was walking down with MVP. You can't really miss Omos' presence. You know what I'm saying? So, like, MVP I almost missed in general, but it seemed like they had the spotlight on him. Whatever. Strowman and Omos, big man versus big man. I feel like Strowman is going to run with it because he could do a lot more than Omos. But if Omos is going to try to stand a chance at all against the monster among monsters in the new era, we're going to need to see what else he got outside of just having MVP yap for him the whole time. Because at this point, yeah, MVP is great and all, but if he ain't back in the Hurt Business, I'm just seeing a chihuahua with a stick walking around for leverage when he's walking. But whatever. Moving forward. All right, so which one is this? Mansoor. Yo, look, I told y'all I'm not. Everybody else isn't crazy about the Maximum Male Models. I completely love this gimmick. I'm enjoying all of it, but like that, the height of fashion. I can't even remember Mansoor's name. And then Maxine coming out first, and the music. I think is great. I think it's really good. Like that, the way they came out with their little entrances and all that. Keep to it. That's how I feel about it. I think that shit was awesome. And then LA Knight, he's home, cut his promo. Man, it's good to see him. So, yeah, let's keep pushing. Damage Control defeated, Raquel Gonzalez, Shotzi, and Roxanne Perez. Or Frit, Io had a lot of moments. Io was vicious in that ring, and I really appreciated that. From when she was sitting up there and they didn't know whether or not to move off the hard cam, you could feel Io's presence in a different space. Coda is starting to feel like, and I'm looking at what people don't want to look at when it comes to this because they just rather complain. I'm looking at Io and Coda actually building some sort of dynamic between the two. Bayley isn't being much Bayley, and it's like, okay, the only bad thing about Obnoxious Bayley back before she got injured when she's like taking on Bianca was how annoying that laugh was. That was old Bayley, old era Bayley. But we need forms of old era Bayley, old administration Bayley, but without all of the obnoxious laughing. She got to be Boss Bayley now, and I'm trying to see that happen. Like, let's keep it building. I think the people aren't taking to the song. That's what it is. All right, so Raquel Gonzalez Rodriguez. Great with me. Ben had love for her. Let's just keep that going. Shotzi, Ball Pit, great. Man, heads on the Tank. Man, Tank move a little slow. Can we up the speed on that? Man, you know what I'm saying? Shotzi's track is so great. It just fits the character. Anything I got for Shotzi right now would just be her doing her little headbang thing. Because she missed that on the top rope. She should always be in character mode. I think that's where it's at. The women, certain things were spots overshadowed the in-ring capability that they're still building on. So I enjoyed all of the spots. I liked it. I'd like to see Shotzi do like a cannonball, like the Creed brothers. What was that? Brutus, I think his name is. Or Julius, whichever one, but I want to see her do like a cannonball, but that doesn't need to be that. She did a crossbody off the top. It worked well. It looked really nice. You know what I'm saying? She's different. I've been rocking with Shotzi since she got eliminated from Tough Enough. First, before anybody, with red hair Shotzi, before Shotzi. She's just a cute little Filipino thing that we knew could do the things. Now we're going to see how it continues to progress. And then, newest face. Quick tryout, but we know how this new era is doing things with mixing and merging the rosters. So Roxanne Perez. Roxy then came over to Smackdown, see what was good. I heard backstage was pretty high on her, which is a great thing. We just going to continue to let the character develop. It's way too early to say anything about Roxy, but hey, look, if backstage likes her and everybody else is like feeling it, then hey, let's see what she got. She didn't hit a finishing move, but she won the match, and that's what it is. It was good. Excuse me. We'll see how things progress, but so far Roxy got my cosign. Like, we rocking with her, but we definitely got eyes on. So moving forward, what else we got? Legatos came back, defeated Hit Row. For the record, I'm so happy to see Zelina Vega again. I was just thinking about Thea, and then last week SmackDown, I heard they made the comeback, and it was like, man, I want to go back and watch this whole episode just for, that segment in itself. But I felt like if it was really going to mean something, then it was going to be seen this week. And it was great. They came out. Zelina said hi right fast. And then they came out later on in the match. And the field was smart. Santos went under the ring, went after the distraction. And, it's okay. I did hear a little bit of craziness going on in the back with the headphones. I don't know, though. It could just be Bray chuckling, but not Bray, pardon me. Bad News Barrett chuckling. But then at the same time, I'm not stupid. You go back and watch the episode, you're gonna spot moments. It happened with the Adonis and happened with Rey Mysterio. That's just, me paying attention to things, though. Oh my goodness. People telling their dogs to be quiet now. Ain't it amazing? And so, Cruz del Toro, Joaquin Wild, we got nothing but love for him. We know the vibes. We know how strong, these guys have been. Like, this goes back to me for 205. Or 205. I'm enjoying seeing how these guys are all coming together as a unit. Or I came together as a unit, and now we just literally are watching them, move on to now the main roster, and hopefully some really, really just popping shit. So we gonna see. Like I said, Andrade used to be the face of this Latin shit, but Andrade not home right now. Right now, Santos Escobar got it. Legado del Fantasma. I can't wait till the crowd is screaming Legado to the track. It's good shit. And Hit Row needs their leader or another member. You know what I'm saying? So Swerve need to come home, but he clearly still playing across the street right now. So I call for Trick and Mello. I call for Trick and Mello getting down with Hit Row. I call for Trick and Mello. Mello mainly being potentially the new leader. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. It could be a thing, but we just gonna let time progress itself and see what happens. I don't know what's gonna happen, but I'm alright with it. Rey Mysterio switched over to SmackDown, tired of all the stuff with Dom and all that. He don't want to hurt his son. I get it. You know what I mean? Like, it's fine. So he don't got to. And before he quit out, Triple H took him to the back and really tried to have the chat with him, and I get it. And he got it. And it was really cool to see, like, Papa H on screen. We've gotten to see a couple of different versions of him, since he's been in the new role as Chief Content Officer. So, man, it's a new WWE, and it's really good to see. Fatal 4-Way, Rey Mysterio, Sheamus, Ricochet, Solo. Number one contender for the Intercontinental Championship. So now the smallest man with the biggest heart gets to go and take on the Ring General. I'm so sorry, Ray. It's about to be real difficult as far as your in-ring skills go. And then he got the other guys with him. Like, what? I don't know. Ray's definitely jumping in, and this is a way to get him over. And he was. I'm not gonna front. Old administration. Ray was getting pretty boring to me. I was happy to see him, and he knew how to, cut an impassioned promo and stuff like that. But and his in-ring is great. But it was just like the storyline with Dom wasn't really going anywhere. Even if it was moving, it was like 1% a week. And that was not good for me personally. But now, Triple H is doing the things and certain of the old tricks with getting the sympathy. And, it's just different. I could appreciate it. I always appreciated Ray. You know what I'm saying? Dom looks great now. If anything, this is like Dom getting the wings. You know what I'm saying? And getting the green light to go fly now. And he's running with Judgment Day. And it looks, oh my God, he looks great. He's the best he's ever looked. And Ray winning this, we need to make his offense against Gunther looked believable. He's not gonna win, but at the same time, we need to see Ray not stop fighting, and then we gonna see him. We gonna see how Gunther is able to take him out. I'm sure shenanigans, interruptions or whatever like that, but I think Ray should definitely come out of that looking strong. So, moving on. The Fatal 4-Way was cool. It was great. All of them was great. Sheamus is clearly like crowd favorite. Ricochet's the same. He's finally on the way back up. And then Solo, everyone is great. This was a good match, and it felt new. And that's what we're all not getting accustomed to in this new era. But that's what we're starting to see as what is valuable. You know what I mean? Like, it's not too many matches I could even call out. And if it was rematches and they somewhat meant something, or it was deal with the bull as far as the show was concerned. I'm not bad, man. And then speaking of not mad, man, we got this madman on screen trying to act like he was himself. Story's already starting. We're gonna see what really happens with all of these characters in the crowd, or the Funhouse characters coming to life or whatever. But the little masked character, the handsome Squidward mask now, we gonna see. You know what I mean? Like, I'm enjoying it. I'm looking to see what Bray's gonna be able to bring. He better not come bringing that G Golly Bray. It was nice to see him and all, but we gonna need to see something else. It was definitely real though, because we haven't gotten to see him be like Wyndham in the ring, and he was definitely Wyndham. You know what I'm saying? You could feel it, you could see it. Some of it, in my opinion, was forms of an act, but at the same time, when you're in front of that many people and a bunch of them cameras like that, and it's your first time back, and then you build into it after the only thing you said was, I'm here, like almost a week ago at this point from my side. But it's like he had to sit through every single day ready to, get back in front of that camera on Friday in that very spot in the ring and be himself. And, he moved around enough, wasn't what you would call pacing, but, I feel like it was a little bit more engaging to the crowd. That's just what I have for it. And then, the ending with whoever that is backstage behind the mask talking, hey, we gonna get to see some real good shit, but it better not be Bray just talking to himself. It's gonna have to be another character at this point, and that's where I'm not too sure where the story goes. Now, Bray could get that guy down with the gang. Maybe even that guy down with the YA6 needs to try to smack some sense into Bray. Bray beats him, gets him down with the gang. Who knows? So, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, it's we're gonna see how it all plays out. But there goes what looks like my cue to go ahead and hit the gym. So till the next time, which will probably be Tuesday-esque, Tuesday-ish, maybe early Wednesday, depending on the time frame, I'm saying subscribe.